Turn up the dial, the stage is set. Golden brooms, pockets, our safety net. Whispers in the night will tell the tale. Mighty roar of college ball, don't fail. Bethlehem hard, chasing glorious fire. Streaming fast, our spirits never tire. Field of dreams, dirt and sweat collide. Living legends before our eyes. Stream stop soon, the game's alive. Voices loud in a sonic dive. Golden broom flies carving through the air. College dreams caught in the snare. Behind the mic, we're standing tall, chasing stories in the college hall. Home run, heartbeat in the night. Every pitch a flash of light. Crack the bat, it soars to the sky, showing you the reasons why. Bases loaded, hearts beat fast, bringing you the first and last. Stream stop soon, the game's alive. Voices loud in a sonic dive. Golden broom flies carving through the air. College dreams caught in the snare. Ooh, yeah. Caught in the Crack a bat, it soars to the sky, showing you the reasons why. Bases loaded, hearts beat fast, bringing you the first and last. Stream stop soon, the game's alive. Voices loud in a sonic dive. Golden broom flies carving through the air. College dreams caught in the snare. Caught in the snare. Turn up the dial, the stage is set. Golden brooms, pockets, our safety net. Whispers in the night will tell the tale. Mighty roar of college ball, don't fail. Bethlehem hard, chasing glorious fire. Streaming fast, our spirits never tire. Field of dreams, dirt and sweat collide. Living legends before our eyes. Stream stop soon, the game's alive. The Golden Broom podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Broom podcast, where legends start. words cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, the secrets told. The Golden Broom Podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Broom Podcast, where legends start.
Welcome into the Golden Broom Podcast. I am your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Mr. Vandy Chris himself. It's hate week. Coaches are just going everywhere right now. Got a new hire today at Oklahoma State, which, by the way, job well done, OK State. A lot's going on, but there's something pretty important going on this week. You got the Iron Bowl, you got the big game going on up north, you got the Palmetto Bowl, and then you got that one in the state of Tennessee going on this week. The one you got circled. How you feeling this week?
I see what you're trying to do there. You're trying to get a soundbite and a clip, some bulletin board material. I'm excited for the game to happen. It'll be a fantastic environment. They've got a really good team, and we look forward to the challenge of playing them.
All right, Coach Keenhold, I love it. Also, I have to say, I like your hat. You should get a little closer and tell people where they can find that hat.
I can't even get it.
There it goes. Golden Broom Podcast.
If you want a cap with a colored patch at that, it ain't no plain one like Cody's got. It's colored. It's got our actual logo on there. Look up Midwest Masterpiece. They have got our designs all out. And if you order with the Golden Broom promo code, you will get 10% off your order. An absolute amazing turnaround time. It's an amazing product. They made a shirt for me earlier this summer. I ordered it on a Thursday, coming in from out of state, and picked it up on a Saturday. I ordered this on a Saturday, had it in my hands on Wednesday through the mail.
That's amazing.
Amazing turnaround time.
The quality looks great on it. I'm very
fantastic.
impressed.
I'm very happy with it.
No, that was seriously awesome. But yeah, I mean, so let's talk a little bit about some of these coaching hires. I can't talk tonight for some reason. James Franklin going to Virginia Tech. A+ hire for Virginia Tech.
Yes.
Much needed. I feel like instead of them being like that skip school where it's like you go there for a year, you prove yourself and go somewhere else, I feel like they finally got that guy he doesn't have that mindset. His is, I'm here, I'm going to build it up, and I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm going to stay here as long as I can doing it. I feel like they finally got their guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice for them.
He's also doing James Franklin things already.
Yes, absolutely. So he was at the game the other day, correct, with the recruits?
He was at the game on Saturday
Respect.
versus Miami. They had 35 they had 40 scheduled. They had 35 showed up. 15 of them were Penn State verbal commits. So a lot of people don't know the story, but when he was at Vanderbilt, we won the Birmingham Bowl. He stood in a camper and he told a group of people, yours truly included, that he was not going anywhere. By the end of the week, he was on a plane to State College, Pennsylvania, and took the entire recruiting class with the entire class took with him.
It just shows how much of a player's coach he is.
And Penn State is fixing to be in a world of hurt. They've already had multiple recruits decommit.
Yeah.
And I promise you, there's a reason for that.
Yep.
Is James knew where he was going and told them. And then when it became official, watch and see how many Penn State verbal commits follow him to Hokie Town.
Yeah. See, and speaking of Penn State, I'm very curious as to what their plan is right now. Because, let's see, you
I
had
hear
what
rumors.
Heartline was initially the favorite, and then it changed to Kalen DeBoer's name got brought up in this. Brent Key
Clarkley's
is
been
now the
brought up.
favorite.
Brent
So
Key,
who?
Clarkley was brought up.
Sure, I can
Brent
see.
Key. These people putting these names out there are just idiots. Brent
I,
Key is not leaving Georgia Tech.
I don't see that happening. I think the only school that Brent Key would leave Georgia Tech for would be Alabama.
He's not leaving Georgia Tech for Alabama.
I'm saying like I think it'd be Alabama or Florida State. Those would be the two teams I could see that could
No.
potentially lure him. But no, I think he's a lifer at Georgia Tech. He loves Georgia Tech. Look, I know it. I am a source for this.
3 weeks ago, he put out a very public statement and said, "Cut me open, I bleed navy blue and gold."
Sure.
He's an alumnus at Georgia Tech. He is not going to walk away from that school for anybody.
Well, I can tell you right now, as a person that's actually met Brent Key, has actually talked to him, I have his signature in my yearbook from third grade when his mother was my teacher.
Yeah.
He brought his coach with him. I mean, my God. I mean, the man loved Georgia Tech as a student. I'm talking when I say love, though, when I was a kid, I didn't understand. I was like, oh, he just plays for him. He likes the school. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now that I'm an adult and think back to that day, because I that was the day I decided I liked sports media. I wanted to be part of it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, getting to talk to an athlete. Well, the way that he spoke about Georgia Tech to our class, it made you want to be a Georgia Tech fan.
Yeah.
And with our impressionable minds, obviously, we were like, go Yellow Jackets, you know?
There's not a school in America that can pry him away from Georgia Tech as a head coach.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I was very shocked, to say the least, to see him at the top of that list because I was like, that doesn't make any sense. No, I mean, I agree. And then the Kalen DeBoer rumors as well that just randomly came out. I don't think there's any traction to that at all.
Connect the dots. Connect the dots.
What?
There's one person that represents well over 3/4 of the entire coaching world in college football.
Jimmy Sexton has to be having fun right now.
He absolutely having fun.
Oh, hey, hold on one second. I can't hear now. My earphones just went out. Give me 1 second.
This is awkward, but here I am on the screen by myself. I get a blurry kitchen cabinet, right? But guess what? I'm okay with it because I can talk some trash right now about another school that's got a coaching opening.
All right, but I can hear you. Can you hear me?
But yeah, I can hear you. But I'll be nice and I'll wait until he's here so he can defend that school.
Who?
We'll get to him in just a minute.
What did you say when I was gone?
I said I could talk some trash about a school right now that also has a coaching vacancy.
Fair,
but
fair.
We'll wait on that one. On Penn State, Chesney from James Madison. I've been hearing that name since Saturday.
Interesting. Teams seem to have good luck when they hire the James Madison coach too.
Actually, I've been hearing that name since Friday when I listened to Stephen Godfrey talk about all the different coaching openings.
Okay. I really like that. Huh. All right, let's see what we got here. Georgia Tech is a whatever you make it be, I think. And I think that Brent Key is bringing prestige back to Georgia Tech. Now, Georgia Tech has never been like a blue blood school or anything like that, but they've always been a respectable school. They had some years where they kind of but I feel like since he's come back, though, I feel like that it's genuinely helped that program. I mean, realistically, I don't really know what the financials look like at Penn State. I know that they've got money. I mean, they were able to afford James Franklin and were able to fund a team to get to the, deep in the playoffs. So, I mean, I don't know where they sit. That
I would I wouldn't call Bob Chesney a project. His coaching career, he's 130 and 51. He's had exactly one losing season his entire career, and that was the first year at Holy Cross, and he's still tied for second in the Patriot League in FCS. Um, the guy knows what he's doing, and he's got James Madison on the cusp of a college football playoff appearance.
yeah. I'm very sad to report that I had a special guest lined up to appear on the show tonight, but they are not able to make it. That it breaks my heart, to say the least.
I might know who that would have been without you telling me.
Maybe by the name of the show, it might have helped you.
Right.
Dang, I was really, really, really excited about that one. To be fair, I did reach out very last minute. I'm talking about like 7:50, so 40 minutes before we were supposed to go live. So I tried.
What's neat is my good friend Andrew over here says competition matters when it relays to Bob Chesney's career record, right?
Sure.
Coach Signetti came from James Madison.
To be fair, though,
and you see what he's doing.
Let's not compare that one though, because I mean Signetti I think is a diamond in the rough that one just happened to be a good fit.
I think Chesney's a good fit for Penn State.
Let's see. I'm gonna look up his resume real quick.
I just did.
Well, I'm talking about like everywhere he's coached previously.
Holy Cross was, if I'm not mistaken, Holy Cross under Chesney was in the playoffs every single year except for his first year.
All right, yeah. So, actually, no, they were in first year and his final year they missed it.
Yeah, you're right.
But either way, I mean that's still, I mean that's impressive to make that. I mean 9-4 last year, sitting at 10-1 this year. Arguably going to be the team that makes the college football playoff.
Yep.
I mean,
it's down to them in North Texas.
Well, and Tulane.
Stop it.
I mean, I'm saying stop. I mean, I agree with you on that, but I'm saying Tulane is who the committee has put there. And the committee is the one that makes the decision. Do I agree with you? Yeah, 100% on that. Yeah. I mean, personally, I think North Texas should get the nod over James Madison. Now, if you've watched the college football backers, the merit-based model show that we do on Mondays, they have James Madison in this base but the model is different though. It's not what you think. It doesn't go based off of human perception. It doesn't go off of rankings or anything like that. It goes by straight numbers. That's how it places teams.
Yeah, those straight numbers on that metric system has Miami as a number 6 seed in the college football playoff bracket. And guess what? They're the 4th team in the ACC.
Yeah, you're right.
It's flawed. It's flawed.
Okay.
There's no way the 4th team in the ACC is the number 6 seed in college football playoffs. By any metric.
In Miami's defense, their 2 losses were very close games.
We'll get into that in a little bit.
Oh, I know. I'm ready. I'm ready to drop some F-bombs at you tonight. Let's do it.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. But I mean, looking at some of these coaching vacancies and potential vacancies, I mean, Auburn's been very quiet. Arkansas has been quiet. You had the guy the other day come out and say that they've made a hire. but then he comes back and retracts that and says, give it a few days. So it was really weird. So I know the name that was brought to our attention was Matt Campbell going to Arkansas.
There's
I could
another name involved there.
Who?
Another name was offered an $80 million contract to go to Arkansas.
Oh, Dabo?
Dabo, yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's a snowball's chance.
yeah.
I like Matt Campbell to Arkansas.
Honestly, I think Arkansas is beneath Dabo. And I mean, and
I
also
mean,
here's the thing too. Why would you
what
offer
is it?
someone $80 million that doesn't want to use the transfer portal?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, because since the portal has become a thing, like a real thing, Clemson has basically went from way up here to just slowly going down.
Wasn't their entire starting offensive line this year from the transfer portal? They got several people in the transfer portal this year that played big roles for them.
3 players. One of them was a starter.
So,
So,
all the word was that he had 5 guys that he got in portal that were all going to be starters.
unless he got the previous year, but no, their recruiting class had 3 guys in it from the portal, and that was it. So, I
But
mean,
yeah, I like Matt Campbell for Arkansas though. That's a fit. Auburn,
yeah,
that's a done deal.
is it a done deal though?
All of their players, Deuce Knight, Cam Coleman, Perry Thompson, all of them started following a specific head coach on social
Sure.
media on Sunday.
I mean, and that's
That's
fine
a
and dandy.
that's a done deal.
But I mean, to be fair, the same things happen with Florida players and Lane Kiffin, LSU players and Lane Kiffin. Like everybody's following Lane Kiffin. So I mean, okay. Actually, I want to address this comment because I like it. So the CFP poll is a joke. Agreed. Doors got the shaft. Partially agree. Pavia deserves the Heisman. I'm not arguing that anymore. And it's really not off topic actually because we're just rambling about
Yeah,
coaches. So
we're fixing to get to it.
yeah, but no, on the Heisman race, we can get into that here in a minute because I don't know if people have noticed, but Pavia has shot up on betting odds. He shot up to number 4 on the list now. He was like number 10.
On 3, he's number 3 or number 2.
There you go. I mean, what he's done the last few weeks is just remarkable.
Yeah.
And the one thing, F it. Let's go ahead and let's talk some Heisman real quick because why not? We're the Golden Broom podcast. We sweep off our topic and go to something else. We always do that.
Always.
That's gonna be our motto: sweeping off the topics. So no, all right. So here's the thing: Julian saying Fernando Mendoza, like they've been at the top because their teams are undefeated. They're having respectable seasons. Don't get me wrong. They are doing well. They are having great seasons. But here's the thing.
Competition matters, and Ohio
Yes.
State has played absolutely nobody.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, the best teams that Ohio State has played to this point would be Washington and Texas. And the Texas game, Sayan was on a leash in that game. He didn't get a chance to show out. Against Washington, it was a 24-6, a very close win for them compared to what they normally have had. Mendoza, he's had moments this year where it's like he faced adversity and he was a big reason for the team winning. He's had that. Pavia, on the other hand, has literally said, "Come here, teammates, put you on my shoulders here. Let's win this game." He's had a few of those, but the numbers that he's putting up behind these performances are just remarkable. And he's doing it against good teams.
Hold on just a second.
But Pavia is still not my choice for the Heisman.
Hold on just a second. It'd take me about 20 more seconds to get this. And you will be pleased. Doop. Here we go.
All right. So I'm assuming this is what Seth just sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have a question for Seth, since I'm assuming he's still watching. Are these all players that are from this season currently?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's all I needed to know.
I've actually
All right.
seen this graphic.
Okay. So let me. All right. So I know who two of these are. All right. So the third one right here on the list, I know who that is because of the
Mm-hmm.
completion percentage. I get that. Um, let's see.
I actually have another one I can put up too.
Oh my,
I have
is
another
that
one I can.
Chris? Please look at the comments. If there's ever a comment to throw me off my game tonight,
Gone.
that is probably the comment right there. The fact that it's bedazzled. All right. No. So let's be real here. All of these athletes are having a good season.
Mm-hmm.
I would say of these, you'd have to go with the person with the most green, just from what I'm seeing. Now, one factor that I want to see in this is what are each of these teams' records? I think that's also important. I think I know who all four are. And just based on these numbers alone, it's hard not to look at 1, 3, and 4. Or 1, 2, and 4 for sure. Number
Mm-hmm.
3, while that's a very respectable season, the lack
Mm-hmm.
of leg use, that's not a good look. I'm sorry. I feel like when you're a quarterback, you need at least a rushing touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
no, I'm
I got
going.
another one I can put up here too.
Okay, go ahead.
On this graphic, I'm going with
Number 4.
player number 4.
Of course you are.
But it's fun putting blind resumes up there, right?
No, it really is. And I think that's a very valid thing to do.
Here's one.
Okay. See, I didn't even think about the other one being Marcel Reed. Okay, so I actually thought that was Ty Simpson. Okay, so I really wish that Brian Buckeye Stats was watching right now. Remaining strength of schedule, Pavia at 12, Marcel Reed at 9. Fair. The cool thing is the fact that two of these guys are going to play each other. One of these guys has a chance. All right. Seth's wife also took number 4. So there you
Uh-huh.
go. Pavia, he has a big test this week. Let me tell you something though. If you beat Tennessee this week, to leave Vanderbilt out is a sin at this point.
So looking at this graphic, how can you not put the person that is first, second, or third in every single metric? He's the only one that fits that bill. Every single metric.
Chris, I need you to get into a Twitter argument with Brian Buckeye Stats. I really think this is the argument that you need to present. This is beautiful. But no, 33 total touchdowns is fantastic. With Sayan too, the one thing that you really have to consider with Sayan is the fact that
So
he's got arguably the best receiver room in the country.
on the total touchdowns, this was made Saturday night right after the game finished.
Mm-hmm.
There has been an edit to that.
Okay.
It's actually 34 total touchdowns.
Okay.
And what they did, you can add, I think it was 17 yards
Okay.
to his passing on that.
My boy TJ coming in with the clutch gem right here. I love
So
it.
the reason they made that change is there was a swing pass on Saturday against Kentucky that went for 17 yards and a touchdown. Initially, they called it a rush because it was a swing pass.
Okay.
When they went back and reviewed the tape, it did go forward by 3 yards.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a pitch like they were trying to say it was during the game. So they went back, counted it as a pass, which increased his number to 34.
Okay. Interesting. Oh my gosh.
I just wonder how you can say that the guy that's first, second, or third in every single metric shouldn't at least be in the top 3 in the Heisman.
Oh,
If not win the thing.
I'm glad you said that. Hold on. The model.
Okay. I got something else. Give me just a second. Watch this. We're going to get into this one too when we get to the playoffs.
No, I just sent Brian Buckeye Stats a message asking if he could get the model to generate who it would pick to be the Heisman Trophy winner. That would be very fun to see.
So
Because the model even knocked Ohio State this week, so that was cool to see.
So I'm going to add another slide here.
Okay.
But this one's for use later.
Okay.
Okay, got it. We'll use that one later.
Okay.
But who does UCLA go after now?
I really don't know.
I still think GJ Kinney.
I mean it makes a lot of sense. I think right now the way that Texas State is sitting, he should have left last year when his name was hot. I mean, I hate to say it. And looking at what they've done though too, I mean, a lot of their losses they should have won. Their defense has just been flat, and it's let the game get away. Their offense is not a problem. They haven't skipped a beat on offense. Their offense is fantastic, but their defense is just not it. And so if Texas State wins against ULM this weekend and then wins their bowl game, it'll be the first time in school history that they've had 3 straight winning seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, or actually, no, I'm sorry. They played ULM the other day. I don't know who they play this week, but either way.
By the way,
yeah.
Speaking of Texas State, I'm just going to go out and say it right now. They will have the number 1 offensive lineman in the transfer portal based on numbers. And I can tell you that he has already been talked to and has been offered a bag by a little school in Nashville that they said could never get it done.
Nice. So I want to address TJ's comment right here. He's saying that GJ will make a good head coach of Power 4 as long as he gets himself a good defensive coordinator, because his Texas State teams will struggle mightily on defense. Fully agreed. So the problem with GJ Kinney is he's a loyal guy, and he has kept his coaching staff intact from when he started coaching. He hasn't decided to. He hasn't. He honestly, he hasn't had to make that tough conversation yet. This
Yeah.
year might be the year that he has to do it, though.
Yeah.
I don't. That being said, though, I do not see Texas State firing GJ Kinney unless he goes like 0-12.
So for me, I think GJ Kinney would be a great fit for UCLA. I
Mm-hmm.
also think Jeff Traylor would be a good fit there.
Yeah.
The problem with UCLA is every year since 2018, they've been a minimum of $18 million in the red.
Yeah.
Including last year, they were 36 million in the red.
Yeah.
They don't have any money to pour into the program.
That's
So
fair.
you're stuck with an unsupported program. So what do you do? Who can you get?
Hmm.
I just don't understand. I don't understand what you do in that situation.
I mean, they're the school that's going to have to get a project guy.
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean, you have to get someone that's cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, Seth puts up a good name that would be an option for someone that
No.
they should go after. No, I mean, you don't want to lose them, but I'm saying but it would make sense for a school like that to go after someone like him that doesn't
Yeah.
have head coaching experience, but has
But he
proven.
does.
Well, let me rephrase that. Successful head coaching experience.
He's won multiple national championships in Division II as a head coach.
Who am I thinking about then?
Tim Beck came from Pittsburgh State.
I'm thinking about a different guy then. I am definitely thinking about a different person.
You're thinking about Tim Beck, that's the offensive coordinator for the Panthers right now, I think.
Yep, that's exactly who I'm thinking about. No, he is the head coach for Coastal Carolina right now. That's who
Okay.
I'm thinking about, the one that came from Ohio State. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep, we got two different people's
Two
names in
different
my
Tim
head.
Becks.
This
Tim
whole
Beck-
time, I thought that's who y'all had.
No, Tim Beck at Vandy came from Pittsburgh State and won multiple D2 national
Oh,
championships.
never mind then. Yeah, they should probably. Okay, so he has one national championship. I mean, that's still impressive, though. I mean, a career record of 82-35 as a head coach. I mean, my God.
He was pretty good at Pittsburgh State.
Absolutely. So, interesting. So, my question would be...
I like what TJ says here. G5 West Coast coach.
Yeah. I mean, who is that guy?
And here's another thing that the next UCLA coach has got to deal with is their athletic department is probably going to get sued again for breaking the lease with the Rose Bowl. Because they've already announced they're breaking the lease and moving to SoFi.
Yeah.
That's I'm at a loss for what to do at UCLA.
Let's see. Tommy Reese is actually the betting favorite to get that job.
Oh, wow.
Tony White is number 2, and Bob Chesney is number 3.
I still think Chesney's at Penn State.
Let's see. Let me do Penn State. Oh, interesting. Chesney is now the favorite for Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Jason Eck at New Mexico would be good for UCLA.
My question is this, though, is What happened with the Drinkwitz talks? Everybody was talking about Drinkwitz going to all these
Nope.
schools, and now it just got silent.
All the fan bases are protesting that shit.
Why? I mean, he's kind of nerdy. He's a little different, but I mean, he wins. He's done a great job with Missouri.
To a degree, he has.
Hey, I fully agree with this one. Jason
Yeah.
Eck is fantastic.
Yeah.
He's got a good future ahead of him. Where whoever picks him up from New Mexico, I like it.
And I said it before the season started that if Florida got rid of Billy Napier this year, there's only one name I would reach out to, and he'd be the only name I'd reach out to. And I'll stand on that till I'm blue in the face. If Florida does not hire Alex Golesh from South Florida, it's a mistake.
Agreed, because
the end.
Everybody thought Golesh was going to Oklahoma State. Like they thought that was a done deal.
Because he's from Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, and that would have. Which honestly, speaking of Northwest Arkansas,
his wife is.
I mean, Golesh will be a good fit anywhere that he goes. I think he would be good at Arkansas. I think he would be good at. Obviously, I think he would thrive at Florida, though. I think that's a perfect fit for him. I think the fan base would be kind of hesitant, but all right. So this is true. This is true. They'll play the tougher teams pretty close and just not be able to get it done. But
he's got a worse record than Franklin against ranked teams.
Yeah, but one thing though that you really have to examine for him is think about the financial backing he has versus other schools. He doesn't have as much money to play with like these other schools do. And he's still doing really well.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he's playing in arguably the best league in college football, them and the Big Ten right now are kind of back and forth. And he's doing as well as he is. I mean, I have to give him his props, but no, I mean, it is true. I mean, when he hits the big games, his teams, they just come up short, unfortunately. Had a lot. I mean, the fact that an Alabama game, it ends on the 1 yard line on a Hail Mary, that sucks. It sucks to be that guy.
Yeah. Oh, let me address this. I hate Tennessee with a passion. With a passion, I hate Tennessee. But Josh Heupel at Tennessee is safe. He is not going anywhere.
It would take some kind of crazy offer to get him, and I don't think he's at that point where someone's going to offer him a number Tennessee couldn't match easily.
And I'm just going to say it. Any coach that would consider going to LSU right now, with the current situation going on there, with the current situation at LSU, any coach that would consider going there when there's not even an opening is not a credible head football coach.
Lane, if you're listening right now, and I know you probably are because you're a huge fan of the Golden Broom, just don't listen to him right now. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You don't have an opening.
We do have an opening.
You don't.
Brian Kelly is no longer affiliated with the school.
That is not what the LSU lawyers have said.
Brian Kelly will not ever be the head coach at LSU again. They are working.
He might not, but there's currently not an opening at LSU based on legal filings from LSU's athletic department.
So then what happens this weekend if Kiffin announces he's going to LSU?
I mean, I don't understand how you can do it. Because there's not an opening. When you file a legal document and say that the person who fired him did not have the authority to fire him, you're telling him that he was not fired. You're saying there's not an opening at that school in a legal document.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's really going on behind the scenes with all of that. I really want to know.
I know is they filed the legal paperwork saying he wasn't fired.
Well, because I think what they're going to do is if they do have something for cause, they're obviously going to put it out there. I don't know what that would be though. There's a bunch of rumors
Not
of things
showing
that have happened, but
not showing up to work to do the job that he was hired to do, which is coaching the team. But if the
sure.
guy takes your keys away, how are you going to show up to work to do your job? LSU is a dumpster fire right now,
No,
and
they're
that's
not.
just the truth.
No, they're not.
There's not even an opening for a job, and they're offering it to people.
I
This is
mean,
this is as bad as Auburn when they tried to replace.
Harson,
No, years ago.
uh,
Uh,
Bowden,
no, after Bowden. I think they tried to replace Tuberville with somebody.
uh,
No, they tried to replace the coach before Tuberville.
I'm really sad that I live in the state of Alabama, and there's a chance that I'm gonna have to say Governor Tommy Tuberville. That sucks. I just want to throw that out
Crazy.
there. I don't care who you support politically, but God Almighty. I don't know. I think LSU's fine. I think that it'll all, as always, just blow off in the wind. If they have to pay
Crazy.
Brian Kelly the full amount, so
And
be it.
and while the comment is up here, and we do specialize in baseball most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
let me address this Tony V stuff. He was offered a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something that nobody else has ever done.
Sure.
And he took that opportunity. It wasn't that he wanted out. He didn't want out. I can tell you the man cried tears in the dugout because of the decision he had to make. Now, I might not like Tony Vitello on the baseball field as a coach, but that man is a hell of a guy.
Oh, he is. Yeah,
A
absolutely.
hell of a guy. Very likable. I
Mhm.
listen to him a lot on Nashville Sports Radio. He's as genuine as they come.
Yeah.
And I don't have a bad word to say about Tony V, other than he was a coach at Tennessee and I hate the balls.
I mean, to be fair though, he did not like their athletic director though. Those two butted
That's
heads.
not true. That is not true.
That's not what I heard.
Per him, in interviews that I've watched, there was no problem.
Well, per our source, they butted heads a lot.
Tony says they didn't.
Well, publicly, you're not going to say that.
The only thing they butted heads over is he did want more money for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't have it to give.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what they butted heads over.
Yeah.
There was nothing personal going on there. It is what it is.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, and that's true. If he didn't go to the MLB, he would
100% still be at Tennessee.
That being said, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Tennessee's in a better spot than any other school in the country would be in this situation.
I'm not sure they are.
What are you talking about? Elander's awesome. Brings in a
Yes,
great hire on the staff.
but-
I think they're good.
But he's never been a head coach. You have a definite lack of experience. And just because he's a great assistant and great recruiter doesn't make him a great head coach. I think the jury's still out.
But here's the thing, though. Him and Tony worked so well together that I think that he learned enough through the years that he's going to be able to just step in and make it happen. Do you think he's going to have a come apart like Michael Early did?
You have that thought that, yes, he should be good. But until he's been there and done that, I don't think we can say, oh, this is for sure a real deal. Derek Mason was never a head coach, but he had the number one defense in college football for 2 straight years. Derek Mason is ass.
No, Derek Mason is a genius. I don't know how the hell he does it. But my God.
How do you keep these jobs? You're stealing money, dude.
Like, I'm impressed, to say the least. I wish I could be as good as him.
Great guy. off the field, but for some reason he cannot put it together as a head coach.
Yeah. He'd make a good DC for somebody, though.
Not Oklahoma State. He
Fair.
was horrible there.
Fair. Very fair. But no, I don't know. Yeah. I tell you what, let's take a quick, little bit of a break. And by break, I mean let's go off the topic for a minute. Let's talk about some of our sponsors real quick.
Okay.
So obviously, as you see on the bottom of our screen, Villains of Podcast is on Thursdays at 8 Eastern Time. Very good. Our main sponsor we like to talk about, Chinook Cedary. Been with them for a while now. Use promo code Golden Broom for 10% off your purchase, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Again, whoever you are that keeps using our code, please contact me. I want to know who you are, because we are very thankful for you, to say the least. I cannot believe that many people are buying seeds with our code. That's awesome.
Right.
So yes, if that's you, please reach out to me. I want to say thank you and hook you up. So yes, if that's you, please let me know. Also, Dubby, our newest partner with the show, Dubby.gg. Use promo code Golden Broom in all caps for 30% off your purchase?
30% off.
Okay. Personally, I don't know very much about Dubby, except I know that they're more like an energy supplement.
An powdered energy supplement, flavored. They got a variety of flavors, a variety of products. If you're into energy drinks, give them a try.
Absolutely. Dubby.gg, promo code Golden Broom. That's awesome. And then obviously we have our friends at Sextros Rye Whiskey. Go to sextros.com, promo code Broom for 10% off your purchase. Get the best whiskey you can have.
Absolutely the best whiskey. It's the stuff that Al Capone said is the good stuff.
I mean, that's saying something right there, to be honest. It really is. But yeah, so shout out to our sponsors. We really appreciate working with you guys. I think it's very fun so far, to say the least. So Chris, I think we need,
If you're watching us, go to Facebook, look up the Golden Broom Podcast, give us a like, look up the Golden Broom Pod, give it a like. Follow us on Twitter. I forgot what the name. I don't know what our ad is, but on Twitter, you look up the Golden Broom Podcast. I think it's called Golden Pod.
Yeah, I think that is what it is.
Yeah. On Twitter, it's at Golden Pod.
Mm-hmm.
And on YouTube, the Golden Broom Podcast. Give us a like and a follow. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. It absolutely helps everything that we do get spread out there a little bit better.
It's actually Golden Broom Pod.
Okay.
On X. Which, by the way, shout out to the 100+ people that's checked that out on X so far. That's amazing, to say the least. Which we actually got quite a few in here tonight, and we're definitely appreciative of that.
Yes.
Let's see. Dang, got a lot of people watching on my stream as well. Let's go. Okay. I see you, people. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Chris, let's bring up the college football playoff top 25.
Ass.
I know, but all right. So before we get into your topic of this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with the top 5?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Oregon, Ole Miss, head-to-head, who do you take? Consider Oregon does have injuries on the offense in key positions.
Well, they got their injured back. They got one of their injuries back a couple weeks ago. He's playing again. I'm taking Ole Miss.
Okay. Does Oklahoma stay, or do they lose this week and just drop an egg?
LSU's not beating them.
I don't know. I mean,
LSU's not beating Oklahoma.
Hey, I will say this. According to our injury report, I agree. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have a lot of guys hurt. 3 offensive linemen out, 2 wide receivers potentially out, running back potentially out, obviously starting quarterbacks out. Um, Defensively, we have a few injuries. Arguably, the best cornerback in the country may be out as well because he didn't play this past weekend. I mean, there's a lot of injuries. So the only thing though that makes me like, is the fact that the defense is fine. Oklahoma's offense has issues. That is a interesting matchup to say the least, right there. Do I think LSU can win the game? Absolutely. Do I think they will? Yeah, probably not. But I've learned that LSU plays to the level of their opponents in every game. Like, simple as that. Because that Western
But
Kentucky
do
game
they?
was completely terrible. They do. Every
Do you,
game they're in,
do you
it's close, except for
do
the
you
A&M game.
do you think they played to the level of competition against Vanderbilt? No, they
Yeah.
did not. No, they did not.
Yes. Yes, they did.
They got blown out, my friend. No, they did not.
I mean, I wouldn't use the term blown out. They got handily beat, but I wouldn't use the term blown out.
Then they didn't play up to the level of competition if they were handily beat. They were
Yes,
thoroughly
fair.
dominated on both lines of scrimmage.
That's fair. But I also think that Vanderbilt's kind of maybe a little bit better than Oklahoma.
Possibly.
So, which I mean, we may never know. But then again, we may know. You never. I mean, we don't. I don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Notre Dame at 9. I like them there.
I'm
I
fine
think.
with that.
Yep, they're a good team. Um, Alabama at 10. I mean, Alabama's got a tough one this week. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm fine with that, but I think they're fixing to get knocked out.
Yeah, I think it could happen. BYU at 11. I mean, my
I'm
problem.
I'm okay with BYU
Sure. I mean, my thing
because they
is
have one loss. I'm okay with them.
yes, their one loss happens to be the number 5 team in the country.
Right.
And it's not like they were absolutely blown out, but they were
But they were.
dominated. They
They
were
were
dominated though. I mean, it was a low
they were
score.
bullied.
It was a yeah, but they were very much bullied, but it was a lower scoring game. I mean, Texas Tech was not able to do what they normally do on the offensive side of the ball. But Texas Tech was clearly the better team in that game.
Mm-hmm.
No questions asked. I'm not talking about number 12 right now. Number 13, Utah. I don't like
Not
them at
talking about them
13,
either.
but we'll talk about
Not
them
right
a little
now.
bit. We won't talk
Yep.
about 14. Go ahead and pitch your dislike about Michigan at 15.
Michigan went from 18 to 15 in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
They were behind Texas and Virginia last week. Texas and Virginia both won their games handily.
Yeah.
How does Michigan jump 2 teams that were ahead of them last week by beating a 4-7 football team?
It's fair.
How do you make that connection that they should jump 2 teams that were ahead of them that also won their games?
I mean, it's fair because I mean, when you look at the wins for Michigan, all right, so they beat Maryland 45-20. That's not saying much. They struggle win against Northwestern, 24-22 on the road. Struggle win 21-16 against Purdue. They handled Michigan State. It's 31-20. Take out Washington 24-7, a pretty much the identical to what Ohio State did to them. Get hammered by Southern Cal on the coast. Beat Wisconsin. Win at Nebraska when Nebraska was healthy. Beat Central Michigan. Lose to Oklahoma on the road and beat New Mexico. I mean, nothing in there screams to me that they should jump up. I will say that. So let
So
me.
here's what I have to say on Michigan at 15. That's a crock of shit. That is the committee doing everything they absolutely can to get a 4th Big Ten team in.
I mean, that's fair.
Because
So,
currently, you're only going to have 3 from the Big Ten. They're trying to balance out the SEC, knock an SEC team out, put another Big Ten team in, and their hope by jumping those 2 teams and putting them right next to Vanderbilt, their hope is that they beat Ohio State again, and they're going to jump them up to about 9 or 10.
yeah. All right. So let's talk some Virginia real quick. They beat Duke 34-17. The week before that, they lose to Wake Forest 16-9, which is not a good loss. They went on the road at Cal, which at the end of the day, when you go from East Coast to West Coast and win, or vice versa, I put some respect on that win. I do. I mean, Cal's not great, but that's still a good. That looks good because of the travel distance. Struggle win with North Carolina.
See,
So that one wasn't good.
but see, I'm not upset about Virginia being where they're at. I think that's about right.
Yeah. All right. Well then, so
I would actually swap Virginia and Michigan.
that's fair. Well, wait, what? No.
Yes,
Hold
I would.
on. So, hold on.
Virginia was ahead of them last week.
Hold on. Okay, so USC at 17 right there. They just lost to Oregon. Okay, and it was a pretty solid game.
Okay, I'd put it like this: I'd drop USC and Texas both down 1, and Michigan down 1, and put Virginia at 15.
Maybe. I mean, my thing is though is
If people are going to say Michigan was better than Virginia, then why was Virginia ahead of them last week?
hold on. Let me look up something real quick. All right, CFP rankings. So
I'm pretty
okay.
sure Virginia was ahead of them last week.
All right, I'm gonna pull up last week's rankings for it. All right, so all right. No. Virginia was 19, Michigan was 18. So the teams that Michigan
Okay.
jumped were Texas, they jumped Georgia Tech because Georgia Tech lost, Southern Cal, and that's it. And I mean, to be fair, the only team that you could question them jumping is Texas. Because, I mean, Texas did win over the weekend. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. That win was kind of iffy.
I'm telling you what they're going to do. If Michigan upsets Ohio State again,
Oh, they're in.
they're moving Michigan up to 9 or 10.
Absolutely. 100% they are. That being said, they don't have Justice Haynes. They're not winning that game. I know crazy things have happened in that series, but this is the year I don't see it happening.
It's all an effort to get a 4th Big Ten team in there.
So let me ask you this hypothetical, though. All right, let's say Michigan beats Ohio State. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with Ohio State?
They're still number 1 or 2.
I don't know if I keep them 1 or 2.
You have to.
Why?
I mean, where are you gonna drop them?
I mean, probably to 4 or 5.
Behind Texas A&M that's playing for a conference championship?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
by what
Texas,
metric? What
because
metric?
Texas A&M doesn't have a loss.
Fair.
I would say if A&M goes undefeated and goes into Atlanta,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see.
can't knock them. Yeah. I'm not suggesting
Okay.
Ohio State's bumped out like entirely. No.
Okay, I can see dropping them to 3.
Yeah, I mean, because you can keep them ahead of Georgia. I'm fine with that. Let me look at the conference standings real quick because that'll help me out. All right, so right now,
I'm fixing to expose some bullshit
I
on
know.
conference standings.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so right now, Indiana, Ohio State are both 8-0 in the Big Ten. Oregon and Michigan are each 7-1. So that would mean Ohio State and Michigan would each be 8-1 and tied, and then you would have Oregon
Look at the
sitting there.
overall. Look at the overall.
Yeah.
With one loss, Ohio State would still be ahead of Michigan.
No, because Michigan has the head-to-head and a
They,
tied record.
technically.
Yeah. I'm
But
talking
as far
about
as
conference-wise. I'm not talking about anything else.
you're still not going to drop Ohio State behind Michigan or put Michigan ahead of them. You're
No,
not.
I'm talking about for the conference championship game, not the playoff. So Oregon's only losses to Indiana.
You'd get Oregon and Indiana in the conference championship.
Interesting. Very interesting. It is a shame. Yeah, Oregon would get the nod over Michigan because Oregon beat USC and Michigan lost to USC. Interesting. Okay. That being said, though, Oregon's not safe this week either. They got Washington. That's not an easy win. They should win.
You looking for drama, man.
Of course, it's college football. I need drama. What are you talking about? Now, another situation, because I know you're talking about conference standings. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, Vanderbilt is 7th in the conference standings. But not really. I mean, they're really tied for 5th right now. Texas obviously gets the nod because they did beat Vanderbilt head-to-head. They also beat Oklahoma, so they technically are your 5th place team.
You're missing the big picture. Texas has got 3 losses. They
do.
Behind us.
I'm talking about conference rankings, not college football playoff rankings. Two different things. Calm down. Okay. You know what? Let's get into your argument, Chris. Let's go ahead and do it right now. ACC standings. Virginia, Pitt, SMU, all 6-1 in conference, tied in first. Georgia Tech 6-2, Miami 5-2, Duke 5-2. That is your top 6 in the ACC. That's crazy. Duke is 5-2 in the ACC, but 6-5 overall. That is absolutely embarrassing.
Now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How is the current 5th place team in the ACC the top team in the college football playoff poll from the ACC?
That's a good point.
With 0 chance to play for a conference championship unless 2 teams ahead of them lose.
Yes. So they have to win their game, and SMU has. Now, I will say, on the road at Cal for SMU, that's not an easy game.
Cal just fired their coach.
Doesn't matter. That's still not. It's not easy to travel across the country. I'm not saying that Cal wins that game by any stretch, but if anything tells us something is the fact that look at UCLA when they fired their coach. They got hot. Does Cal get hot?
They won 2 games, maybe 3
in a row, though. For them, that's a good thing.
Look at the level of competition. They played a Penn State team that had 27 injuries.
Hey, another thing, too, to consider, Cal did win on the road at Louisville. That's a pretty respectable win, in my opinion.
Where's Louisville at?
Well, Louisville, they were
lost 3 straight games.
Yeah, they were number 15, though, in that game. And Louisville also beat Miami.
They've lost 3 straight games.
Okay. But what I'm saying is the fact that shows, though, that anything can happen. Let's see. Now, that being said, Louisville did get absolutely hammered by SMU on the road. So, I mean, losing Clemson, Cal, and SMU, that sucks. But I don't know. All right, so give me your argument. Why should Vanderbilt be ahead of Miami?
Better strength of schedule. Better strength of record. If you compare the 2 losses between the 2 teams, Miami lost to 2 unranked teams.
Okay.
Vanderbilt lost to 2 teams currently in the top 16.
Hey, let me ask you a question, though. How come, according to the ELO rankings on Warren Nolan, Miami's ranked better than Vanderbilt.
Because Warren Nolan's a baseball site, not a football site.
Hey, you fully believe in it during baseball season. Why are you going to go against it in football?
Because they're baseball experts. They're not football experts.
They're actually a basketball site. Just throwing that out there. That have moved into the other avenues.
And we have something we can compare Vanderbilt to Miami.
What?
Are we forgetting that they both played Virginia Tech?
Sure. Both teams beat them fine.
Stop it.
Stop what?
Vanderbilt kicked their ass, put up 35 in the second half, and blew them out, and kneeled it down inside the 5 with under a minute left in the game to keep from scoring again.
They also trailed the game 10-0 after the first quarter.
Oh, our games decided.
They had to bounce back.
Our games decided in the first quarter. Or we
Miami had that game handled by halftime.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
What did you watch?
I watched a Miami team absolutely have fun with Virginia Tech. But here is a problem.
Cody.
Hold on.
That was a 27-17 ball game with 3 minutes left, and Virginia Tech had the ball and was driving for a touchdown. They were driving. They were inside Virginia. They were inside Miami territory in a 10-point game with 3 minutes left.
Okay. And they didn't win.
They did. That wasn't a blowout by any stretch. They scored a touchdown in the last 2 minutes to make it look like a blowout. That was a 10-point game with 3 minutes left, and Virginia Tech had the ball and was driving.
Okay, but that's not the only game you can compare, though, between the teams.
Who else are you going to say?
Well, let's be fair. Miami beat Florida State. Florida State beat Alabama.
Did Florida State play Vanderbilt?
They beat Alabama, who beat Vanderbilt.
Did they play Florida?
No.
Did Florida State play Vanderbilt?
It doesn't matter.
We have one team that we both played. We beat them worse.
In their eyes, it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. All right, what's Vanderbilt? Who's their best win right now, realistically?
Which one do you want me to go to? Because your committee chairman Hunter Yurchek said Oregon is getting credit for a ranked win against Penn State.
Okay.
So if you're going to give Oregon credit for a ranked win against Penn State, who's no longer ranked, guess what? Vanderbilt beat number 11 South Carolina. They beat number 15 LSU. They beat number 17 Missouri.
Okay.
We've got 3 ranked wins.
Okay. I currently see where Miami beat number 6 Notre Dame when they played.
Okay.
So you have to have that's already a better win.
That's 1.
Okay. Beating Florida State, who beat Alabama, who beat
Florida State's 3-8.
Correct. Okay.
Well, not 3-8. Florida State's not a good football team.
Here's another one. Miami beat Florida, who beat Texas, who beat Vanderbilt. So the 2 teams that beat Vanderbilt,
again,
Miami's beat teams that beat them.
Transitive properties don't work.
It does.
It doesn't. It never has.
I'm telling you, the way this committee thinks, though, the way this committee thinks
don't work.
The way this committee thinks, I'm telling you.
There's not a metric on the board that says Miami should be ahead of Vanderbilt. Not one.
Well, there really is. That Notre Dame win is better than any win Vanderbilt has.
Let me counteract that. You keep wanting to stretch it out to other teams, right?
Okay.
The Los Angeles Raiders beat the New England Patriots in week 1 of the NFL season.
Okay.
Are the Raiders better than the Patriots?
Absolutely they are.
Would you say that today?
That week.
Would you say that today, that the Raiders are better than the Patriots?
I will say the Raiders were better than the Patriots.
Would you say today that the Raiders
Absolutely
are better
not.
than the Patriots?
Definitely not.
Then you're not going to sit here and say that Miami today is better than Notre Dame today.
Yes, I will.
No.
Absolutely, I will. Easily
Notre Dame
better.
Notre Dame just beat Syracuse 70-7. It was 35-0 before they even ran an offensive play. Can
I
you tell me
mean,
what Miami did against Syracuse?
well, to be fair, Syracuse is
Can
on like their fifth string quarterback right now.
can you tell me what Miami did against Syracuse?
They beat them.
Can you
So
tell me what it looked like?
I didn't even watch the game, so I don't know.
Look up at the score.
Okay. $38-10.
Who handled that game? Who handled Syracuse better?
Well, I mean, considering the fact that it was two different teams essentially in that game for
Oh
Syracuse.
my God!
Syracuse
Every
is on their
season.
fifth string quarterback.
Okay.
They are so beat up, it's not even funny. The team that played against Tennessee is not the same team that's currently on that field right now.
Watch this. Sarah, my girl, I love you. I'm glad you bring that up. Why is Utah between? We're going to get to Utah as well because I have something to say about them. So, you want to do a blind resume?
Sure.
Let's check this out. This came out last week. How are you going to rank these 6 teams? Because the committee said they're absolutely comparing losses. The committee said they're comparing losses.
Mm,
I'm going A, E, B, F, D, C.
all right. So, what does V3 mean?
Um, versus number 5, versus number 3, at number 13, at number 10, at number 17, at number 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
V is home, at is away.
Okay. Um, I think I like C.
Based on what?
The fact they had 3 ranked wins at the time they played.
Okay, what about Team B? They had 3 ranked wins, and their
Sure.
losses are better,
But I know who
and they
Team C is.
and they have a better strength of record and a better strength of schedule. Better strength of schedule, better strength of record, same amount of ranked wins at the time, better losses. What metric says that Team C should be ahead of Team B?
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna have an answer for you in a second. Hold on.
What metric? Do you want to know who Team E is?
Who is Team E?
Team E is Utah.
Okay. That sounds right. Does that 46 strength of schedule make sense?
Team B would be Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Team C is Miami.
Where are you getting your strength of schedule from?
This was last week's.
Right now, I show Vanderbilt as the number 43 strength of schedule.
On what website?
Warren Nolan. I use
Warren
Warren Nolan for everything.
Okay,
Miami is 47 strength of schedule.
That's not the site that the committee uses.
Well, right now, win-loss wise, they're of opponents. Miami's opponents 59 and 51, Vanderbilt's 58 and 53. So virtually identical.
And who's got the better losses? Who played the common opponent better?
Hold on. Let's see.
One team lost to two currently ranked teams on the road in both of them.
Okay.
The other team lost to two unranked teams.
One of their losses in overtime is to a team that's currently ranked. I'd like to throw that in there.
As of last week, when this came out, they were unranked.
So here is one statistic though that you have to consider when you lose. Miami's won 3 in a row. Vandy's won 2 in a row. They lost that to Texas. Then they go to overtime with Auburn. And then Kentucky doesn't do anything for them. So that's
Sarah,
another thing you have to consider too is when the loss occurred.
Sarah, the SOR would be strength of record. SOS is strength of schedule. There is no metric anywhere that says Miami should be ahead of Vanderbilt. Now, I'm going to take this down. We're going to look at this again.
Mm-hmm.
How is the fifth place team in the ACC listed above Pittsburgh, SMU, and Virginia, who all three are ahead of them in the ACC?
Because Miami beat Notre Dame and Notre Dame beat Pittsburgh.
Stop it.
That's one reason. Also, Miami's won 3 in a row.
There's zero chance of Miami getting in the playoffs. Do you know why? It would take an absolute disaster on Saturday for 2 out of those 3 teams to lose. And then you're also in a massive tie with Georgia Tech. Whoever loses on Saturday, if 2 teams lose, then you've got like 3 or 4 teams tied with 2 losses. And because of the tiebreaker, there's absolutely zero chance of Miami playing in the ACC championship.
So then defend the month of November for Vanderbilt then.
Yet all of them are ranked behind them of the teams that can.
Defend Vanderbilt's November then.
What about it?
They're 2-1, and one of their win. Yeah, in November so far they played 3 games. They're 2-1. They lost to Texas, went to overtime with Auburn, and beat Kentucky.
I think our loss to Texas was in October.
November 1st.
Okay. On the road against a ranked team.
At home against a team that just fired their coach that has not showed an offensive pulse all year that takes you to overtime.
Okay.
With a backup quarterback for playing for them.
Is Vanderbilt not allowed to have a hiccup and win? Where they play less than great and still find a way to win?
Miami's won 3 in a row.
Okay.
They didn't lose one in that 3-game span. Again, so why should they be bumped?
You're not answering the question. You're avoiding it. Why is a team that has no chance of winning their conference ranked in the top 12? Zero chance. And ranked above every team that can.
Because if the playoff is giving credit for ranked wins per se when they
Vanderbilt's got
play,
3.
great. Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. That would give Miami 1, 2, 3. This week would make number 4 ranked at the time of being played.
If they beat Pitt, who
Yes.
is ahead of them currently. Why are they ahead of Pitt?
Because Pitt's 8-3.
Okay.
Miami's 9-2. Their 2
Fair.
losses were close losses too.
That's the one argument you've made sense on.
Oh my god. I mean, when a lot of these wins happened for Miami, they looked good. The Miami win obviously was a great win for them. The South Florida win looked really good when it happened. The Florida win, it still looked fine because Florida hadn't completely crapped the bed yet. Florida State looked good because Florida State they had just lost to Virginia, and that was their first loss at that point after beating Alabama. So that looked like a respectable win for them. Then they slip up, 3-point loss to Louisville. That sucked for them. Hammer Stanford. They lose in overtime to SMU on the road, and then beat Syracuse, beat NC State.
So
NC State, though, is a good win for them because of who NC State has been a spoiler to this year. Even though NC State's really not a good win because NC State kind of sucks. They just win games they shouldn't.
Who'd they spoil? They beat Georgia Tech.
Exactly. That's
okay.
a big win for NC State. Let's see. NC State they beat Florida State this past weekend, which was weird. Beat Georgia Tech.
You keep bringing up Florida State like they're good. They're not good, man.
I'm not saying they're good right now. I'm saying they were at the beginning of the season.
But you know they weren't. They got one lucky win against one good team.
I mean, it gets no better than that. Opening weekend and you beat Alabama? That's pretty awesome.
What have they done since then?
Completely shit the bed. There's no question about it.
It's not a good... You can't keep referencing Florida State, who is a bad
that was
football
the
team.
First team I saw. Hold on. So they took out Georgia Tech.
Okay, you just answered one question, right?
Uh-huh.
They lost to SMU, right?
Yeah.
They lost to SMU, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Head-to-head.
Yes.
Lost to SMU.
On the road, yes.
Who's currently tied for first place in the ACC?
SMU is.
Who currently has no chance at all to win the ACC championship?
I mean, Miami can still get in, though.
They cannot win the ACC championship.
How?
Because it takes 2 teams losing that are ahead of them this week, and that creates a 4 or 5 team tie with 2 losses in the ACC. And because of the tiebreaker, they would not get into the ACC championship.
In all honesty, though, Virginia, if they lose this weekend, they should be voided out regardless, and I'll tell you why. Because technically, they have 2 losses in conference. They only count one of them, though. Because they lost to NC State, but it didn't count as a conference game, which is so stupid to me. Yeah, so how crazy is that, though? NC State has defeated Virginia and Georgia Tech. That makes no sense.
No, it don't.
So what I'm saying is, though, let's see. So Virginia lost to Wake Forest, and they lost to NC State. I mean, if they lose to Virginia Tech, they are out. If Miami, all right, so here's what has to happen. Virginia Tech has to beat Virginia, Miami has to beat Pitt, and then you have Miami in the ACC championship.
You wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Georgia Tech would be in.
No, they wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure when I looked it up, if there's a 4-team tie between Virginia, Pittsburgh, Miami, and Georgia Tech wins the tiebreaker.
Hold on. Miami path to ACC championship.
That was my understanding.
All right, I'm pulling it up. I got it right here. Hold on. Final week of 25 seasons here. This weekend, the game was late, blah, blah, blah. In the ACC, 6 teams remain in contention to advance to the ACC championship game. Duke, Georgia Tech, Miami, Pitt, SMU, and Virginia. All right. Let's see. SMU and Virginia have emerged as the front runners to compete in the ACC championship game per ESPN. Both schools have an over 80% chance of making the ACC title game, with SMU holding an 86% chance to do so. All right, let's see. All right, so scenarios. Let's see. Let's find Georgia Tech. All right, Miami makes the ACC title game if they beat Pitt and Virginia loses and Duke loses and SMU wins. Or they beat Pitt, SMU loses, Duke loses, Virginia loses, NC State wins. Or beat Pitt, SMU loses, Duke loses, Virginia loses, UNC wins, and Syracuse wins. Or beat Pitt and SMU loses and Duke loses and Virginia wins and NC State wins and Syracuse wins. So there are scenarios. While they're hard, the only one realistically that could happen would probably be beat Pitt, Virginia loses, Duke loses, SMU wins. That is your best chance right there. That's not far fetched. Let's see. Who does Duke have this week?
So what you're telling me is,
Duke and Wake Forest. Wake Forest is 8-3. They might win that game. Virginia just has to lose to Virginia Tech. Simple as that. And obviously Duke losing as well. So, Miami's not out of it. That being said, Pittsburgh makes the ACC championship if they beat Miami. And Virginia or SMU loses. All right.
That's a whole lot of if for Miami. They don't belong at number 12.
Okay, so then what's your stance?
The 3 other ACC teams should all be ahead of Miami. All 3 of them. Well, maybe not the 3-loss SMU. Well, no, 3-loss Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So my question is this, though. Okay, let's say the scenario happens, and let's say Miami gets into the ACC championship game. Then what?
Then they would have an argument.
Okay.
Not until then.
But then here's the thing, though. What if Tennessee beats Vanderbilt this weekend?
We're out.
Exactly. So, at the end of the day, I'm fine with Miami being ranked at 12 right now.
At this point, there's no metric anywhere that says Miami should be ahead of Vanderbilt.
Except for the metric that matters the most.
Which do you think it is?
The college football playoff. The rankings, that's what matters the most.
It's corrupt.
All right. So, yes. So, essentially, they would have to be an at-large. They would be. Because, let's be real. The scenario happening, beating Pitt is possible. Virginia losing to Virginia Tech is a stretch. Duke losing to Wake Forest is a possibility. SMU winning at Cal is also a good possibility. So, 3 of the 4 things they need, there's a pretty good chance of it happening. But that one kicker, Virginia and Virginia Tech, that's I just don't think Virginia Tech can do it. But then again, maybe they can.
So, do you want to talk about Utah?
Sure.
If you don't think there's corruption involved in Utah, you haven't been paying attention.
Let me pull up their schedule real quick so I'm more prepared to talk about it.
Do you know why Utah's in that spot?
Well, let me look at their resume real quick. Do
you know why they're in that spot?
Cal Poly, Wyoming, lose 10.
And did you watch their game on Saturday?
So I did not get to watch their game on Saturday. I was having an attack per se. That being said, seeing that it was that high scoring with K State is not a good look.
Did you know with 3 minutes left in that game they were down by 12 points?
Were they really?
They were down by 12 points and K-State lined up to go for 2 to make it 14.
Mm-hmm.
They intercepted the pass, ran it back, got the 2.
Mm.
K-State kicked off. They take it down the field. They score. K-State gets the ball back. Cannot get a first down. They give it back. They have a 4th and 1 at their own 39 and broke off a run to the 2-yard line with a minute left in the game.
Wow.
Against a 5-5 Kansas State team, had to come from 2 touchdowns down with 3 minutes left.
Wait.
Did you see what Vanderbilt did against a 5-win football team on Saturday?
Wait. Hold on. All right. So they were up 35-31 in the third quarter. Utah was. Then it gets 38-35.
It
And
was
then-
47-35.
No, it wasn't.
It was 40. Listen,
It was
40. I watched it, Cody.
Oh,
It was 47-35, and they lined up to
Okay.
go for 2.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay. That was with how much time left in the Okay, there was still plenty of time though. There were still 7 minutes left in the game when that happened. So then they get the ball back and they score, and get to a 3-point game. They force a punt.
Look when they scored to get it to 3.
Okay, when they scored to get it to 3, it was 2:47 left on the clock. And then the next drive, they get a sack, allow a 2-yard run, 6-yard pass, and then so then had to punt with 2:25 to go. They get the ball and they go 70 yards and score with under a minute left, and then Avery Johnson throws a pick and they seal the game. Okay, that just sounds like an exciting game.
They had a 4th and 1 at their own 39 and broke off about a 60-yard run.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I didn't get to watch that game.
That's against a 5-5.
No, I mean it's not a good look at all.
5-6 football team.
Yeah.
Did you see what Vanderbilt did to a 5-6 football team on Saturday?
Yeah, I did. And honestly, Kentucky's playing their best football of the year too right now. So
tell me, when you look at those two teams and their most recent games, if you really think that they're better than Vanderbilt.
I mean, I don't think they're better than Vanderbilt.
Then why are they there? I'll give you one guess.
Well, I mean, obviously, but
I'll give you one guess.
Because their AD is on the committee.
And when did he join the committee?
That was pretty recently, wasn't it?
When they were already on the bubble.
Okay.
If you don't think there's corruption involved in that, you're underestimating college football.
No, for sure. I get what you're saying. Okay, so let's look at their schedule though. I mean, all right, lose to Texas Tech early in the season, understandable. Blow out Arizona State, who did beat Texas Tech, so that's kind of a redemption right there. Then lose on the road at BYU by 3, and then beat terrible Colorado team. Beat Cincinnati, who, I mean, they're hit and miss this year, but 7-4 doesn't look that great. But it was a ranked win at the time. They blew them out 45-14. Then winning at Baylor, which Baylor has just had a very bad year. And then the K-State win, which does them no favors. So, I mean, let's see. Hold on. And this is not me trying to justify them being ahead of Vanderbilt, by the way. Let me throw that out there because I'm not doing that. But I mean, to be fair though, Vanderbilt's last 3 games, they lose to a 8-3 Texas, who I mean, they were Texas
On the road, who is
No,
ranked.
no. I'm saying that's not a bad loss to have because Texas is a respectable team. They have very good wins. I mean, Texas really just has that bad loss to Florida. That's the only loss that's like, ugh, they wish they could have that back. I get that. But then after that, you beat a 5-6 Kentucky, you beat a 5-6 Auburn. Combined record of 3-12 in conference play. There's just no strength and wins for Vanderbilt right now. Now, I'm not saying that they deserve to be below Utah
Where's
because
Utah's strength and wins the last 3 weeks?
I mean, they don't have any.
So why are they in front of Vanderbilt?
Because they've won 4 in a row and didn't have any losses in the span that Vanderbilt had a loss in.
You find every excuse in the book.
I'm saying that's how the committee looks at it.
If this was legit,
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to do the parlay for Miami to make it. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bet on the parlay for Miami to make it to the ACC championship.
If this was a legit poll, and if the committee was doing legitimate work, Vanderbilt would be 12. I would put Utah right there where they're at 13. And then I would put Virginia and SMU ahead of Miami.
Let's see. I'm trying to see.
And Michigan would go behind all 3 of them.
All right, so here we go. And I have not seen this ranking yet, but actually, here I'm going to share my screen because I think this will be a fun topic for this conversation to continue. Because, honest to God, truth, I am absolutely loving this conversation right now. Give me 1 second. Share screen. All right, so let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. BCS Formula predicts 4th college football playoff top 25 rankings after week 13. Okay. So I am genuinely curious to where we sit. Okay. Ohio State, Indiana, obviously. A&M 3, Georgia 4, Oregon 5. Interesting. Ole Miss at 6, Texas Tech at 7. I can see why they're doing that. Oklahoma at 8, Notre Dame at 9, Alabama at 10. Look, BCS would even have it where Vanderbilt is 13. And then look at this. They have Miami below them. Look at that. I was about to point that out to you. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's see how else it goes.
I can understand an argument for Utah based on their losses.
Sure.
I get that. But you cannot put a sitting AD on the committee whose team is on the bubble midstream.
Now, my question is this though: is how much of his opinion carries weight in that decision of the rankings, though? I'm genuinely curious.
You know, the men in that room are going to protect the men in that room.
Sure, that's fair.
Do you think it would be okay for Candace Lee to be on that committee right now?
I would welcome it.
With a team on the bubble.
I mean,
it's a genuine conflict of interest.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think that I think whoever's on that committee should not have any affiliation with a school, just to be honest. But
let's make the committee all G5 ADs.
I mean, that would actually be kind of fun. I actually would really like that.
I see a question
that I
want to talk about.
Okay.
Our friend Sarah, huge Ole Miss fan, loves Lane Kiffin, is absolutely in love with Jackson Dart. She wants to know what our bets are for Lane Kiffin.
I think there's a few scenarios here for Lane Kiffin, though. So, I mean, obviously, he's the favorite to go to LSU right now, just off of
Who
betting
doesn't
odds.
who doesn't have an
Oh my
opening?
god! Oh my god! Anyway, but no, he's the favorite to go to LSU right now,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's also been linked to potentially going to Florida, which
He's
is
not going
another.
to Florida.
He's not. No, Lincoln Riley's being targeted by Florida, which is weird to me. He's the last name I expected. By the way, I want to throw that out there. I understand their thought process on that, but again, it is what it is. I think that there's a chance for something fun to happen here. So in no way has Lane made it clear that he is leaving Ole Miss. He has answered his questions in very Lane Kiffin ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's very trollish. He has not made any indication that he's staying or going. Like he has been very neutral on this. I think we have two possible situations. It could either be just the most normal business transaction ever. Boom, he's gone. It is what it is. Good luck in the playoffs. Whatever happens, happens. Well, and also, I want to say this: if he does leave, watch Ole Miss win the national championship. How funny would that be?
Oh no, that's not happening because
But how?
I know some things. I know some things.
Like what?
I know who the interim coach would be if he leaves.
Who would it be?
Joe Judge.
Really?
Joe Judge would be the interim coach.
Interesting.
And would that not be the funniest thing you've ever seen?
It would be.
Is Ole Miss in their first ever college football playoff game being coached by a Mississippi State alumnus.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, as a Mississippi State alumnus, he's probably going to try to do something that's going to absolutely tank their playoff appearance.
But maybe not.
He's a Mississippi State alumnus, and he's going to be coaching the Ole Miss football team.
Yeah, which it is weird that he's there, but I mean, he's been there for the last 2 years, so I mean,
So,
I don't know. That's interesting though.
do you want my thoughts on this, on where Lane Kiffin ends up?
Sure.
You follow social media, just like I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I shared something in a chat on social media yesterday that I'm pretty sure I shared in one of the chats that me and you are both partaking in.
Mm-hmm.
Something funny happened yesterday morning, on Monday morning. All of the Ole Miss players, right around 10 o'clock, started posting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened in that locker room yesterday.
Yes, 100%.
Lane Kiffin told his team the Egg Bowl's his last game.
After looking into that, after you posted that, I did look into that, and I can see that being a possibility, actually. But again, though,
100%, that's what happened, because those players don't just randomly all en masse start tweeting stuff.
yeah. Now, I will say this, though. If they win the Egg Bowl and he goes and announces that he's staying, my God, he will be looked at like a king in Oxford.
Fair.
And rightfully so. But, all right,
there's no chance he's going to Florida, Nate.
I
That's
mean,
wishful thinking.
He could.
He's like Lincoln Riley's going to be the new head coach at the University of Florida.
I will say this: if that actually happens, kudos. I think that's a good fit for them, even though it's not the right fit. It is a good fit. Golish is the guy it should be. I'm fully on.
It should be Alex Golish. Period.
And I mean, if they could get Lane Kiffin, I think that would be a good pick for them.
But here we have Scott Strickland. And I'm not gonna cool anything here. This is Scott Strickland absolutely fucking up another football coach hire, just like he's done the last 4.
I think he looks at it as like this is my last chance. I swear it better be his last chance because if he gets it wrong on this chance, dude, it's. I mean, all right. So Nate, realistically, like, who are like 2 or 3 people that you think realistically could be the Florida coach? Like, I'm just curious.
I know what I heard 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, from a very sourced individual named Stephen Godfrey. I don't mind naming my source. Stephen Godfrey said 2 weeks ago, watch Lane Kiffin ties to the SEC. This weekend, Newsweek started reporting about Lincoln Riley to Florida. And they posted again today about Lincoln Riley to Florida and the huge developments. Lincoln Riley will be the next head coach at the University of Florida.
So then that leads me to another question then. Who the heck does Southern Cal hire?
John Gruden with the defensive coordinator, Ed Orgeron.
Oh, my God.
And your offensive coordinator, Jimbo Fisher.
If Southern Cal pulls that out, oh, my gosh. I can see that.
It's not.
I could see that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I could see it happening.
Not Jed Fish. Do you know where Jed Fish is going to end up? If Kenny Dillingham, it's a big if currently, if Kenny Dillingham leaves Arizona State, Jed Fish will be the head coach of the Sun Devils.
My thing is, Dillingham's name is kind of quieted out a little bit over the last week as well.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
Steve Sarkisian to the NFL, Kenny Dillingham to Texas.
That would be interesting because, the way that Sarkisian handled those rumors, I didn't like it. I feel like there was still something untouched there. And it makes a lot of sense. Do you think he would go to the Titans, though?
No.
Okay.
The Titans are hiring Mike McCarthy. Don't let anybody fool you. They're hiring Mike McCarthy.
That could work.
Steve Sarkisian will be the head coach of the New York Giants.
I could see that.
You pair that man with Jackson Dart and Scatabo.
Oh, man.
Look out for the Giants.
It's true. See that, and that's the thing about the Giants too. They have some good key pieces on that team. Once they get some more faces on there, oh my gosh.
Brent Key is not leaving Georgia Tech. Get it out of your head, Nate. He's alumnus there.
He wouldn't go to Florida.
Brent Key has already said, you cut me open, I bleed navy blue and gold. He's not leaving Georgia Tech to go to Florida.
Would he go to Navy?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. But nah, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Brent Key would be a great hire for any school. It's just you gotta offer something that's never been offered before.
Him away.
You would have to make him beyond the highest paid coach. It would almost have to double Kirby's salary kind of thing. But I don't know. That being said,
I agree with Sarah. The Giants were fun to watch.
Yeah.
Until their 2 young stars got hurt.
Absolutely. When Scatabo got hurt, I was sad because Scatabo is my running back in fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, watching his streaming career right now is pretty funny, and seeing him in professional wrestling recently was really funny. So yeah. That being said, we need to wrap this thing up so we can cut some shorts from it, because this has been a very fun and informative episode.
Fun.
This has actually been my favorite episode we've done in a very long time. So that being said, Chris, we've got 5 minutes left before we lose our cutoff for shorts. So quickly, give me your rivalry predictions. Iron Bowl, go.
Well, we got to throw this up here first. Well,
that's coming. That's coming.
Okay.
I got you. I'm ready for
Iron Bowl. Deuce Knight is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
This new Auburn offense, it's wide open, is a problem. Alabama cannot run the ball. And you're not going to beat this DJ Durkin defense and that wide open offense with a one-dimensional team. Auburn pulls the upset at home for the 5th straight time at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Okay. I think that
well, let me rephrase that. The 5th straight game at night.
Yes.
At Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Yes. I mean, but let's be real. The last 4 meetings at Jordan-Hare have been absolutely insane.
Yes.
There's always some kind of magic in the air. I'm going Auburn in a weird game. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't even know if Deuce Knight's going to be the starting quarterback in this game. We don't know what their game plan is.
Nope.
I just expect a fun game.
Yeah.
All right. Next game. Let's do Ohio State, Michigan. Who you got?
For personal reasons, Ohio State blows their doors off, beats them 56-0, and we shut this stuff up about the Big Ten getting a 4th team in the college football playoffs that they don't deserve.
I like it. I also think Ohio State big in this game. I think, well, let me rephrase that. When I say big, I mean by at least 10 points. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, especially considering the fact that, their 2 top wide receivers are kind of beat up right now. I think Ohio State wins regardless, but I think it is a lower scoring game. Last game, TriStar Tussle. TriStar Tussle. Tennessee, Vanderbilt. You got less than 2 minutes. Go.
The worst thing for Tennessee just happened tonight.
What's that?
Do you want to see what an angry Vanderbilt team looks like? Go watch their tape from Kentucky. They're going to get an angry Vanderbilt coming into Neyland Stadium, and Tennessee's got a quarterback that gives the ball away like Santa Claus does Christmas presents at Christmas time. Vanderbilt wins by 2 touchdowns.
I like it. I think Tennessee would love nothing more than to end Vanderbilt's hopes of getting into the college football playoff. They have a very good offense. They have a defense that's not ranked really well, but they are a tough defense. That being said, Pavia is on fire. He's playing for New York. Pavia clinches at least a top 2 finish in the Heisman race this weekend. Give me Vanderbilt close. With that being said, we're in our last minutes, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rivalry games this week. If any breaking news happens on the coaching hunt, we will probably do some kind of quick pop-up to break the news or some kind of show this weekend. That being said, thank you for watching. Have a blessed night. Enjoy Thanksgiving with your families, and we will see you next time.
Happy Thanksgiving and anchor down.
On the diamond where they play, sweeping competition every day.